Good afternoon and welcome to the Cannabis World Congress and Business Expo live stream, where we are bringing you the latest and greatest from the industry every week at 4 p.m. and have you on your way by 4:20. I'm Gretchen Gailey, the Chief Strategy Officer for the CWCBExpo, and I'll be talking with industry experts, influencers, and a few cannabis OGs with a focus on the burgeoning New York market. And my dogs also love to add a few things. This week, I'm speaking with everyone's favorite New York OG, KymB, the founder and CEO of TribeTokes. She is also one of CWCBE's trusted advisors. Before I have Kim jump in, I just want to do a few logistics for those of you who want to come to the show. You can use the KymB promo code here, which will get you a free floor pass and 20% off your expo pass. So please use it frequently and often. So KymB, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Gretchen. How about yourself? This is so fun. I'm so glad to see you.
No, it's so good to see you. I always hate being down in DC that I miss to see everyone up in New York. So for those who aren't familiar as much with you and your brand, please give us a little background, life history in the next 5 minutes. Go for it.
Yeah, so I am born and raised in New York, and I'm the oldest of 5 kids with a single dad. And so I started my cannabis career 30 years ago, actually. I dropped out of high school to sell nickel bags and clean motel rooms. And over the years have just had a deep affection for the plant. In 2015, I discovered this wonderful platform called Women Grow and met my girl gang there. In 2017, I met my business partner, Deja Lee Pilla, and we basically started TribeTokes. She had an idea for a clean vaping line, and I had an idea for a CBD infused beauty line. And we started to working together and had like a real synergistic approach to the cannabis lifestyle. And here we are, 5, 6 years later, we have bootstrapped to almost $2.5 million a year. And that is without taking a single dollar in revenue. We have just self-funded. We are doing most of our business direct to consumer. So we have a great online platform, TribeTokes.com. And we also have a healthy, growing wholesale business. We just launched in the adult use market of Massachusetts, which is my business partner and my number one, my homegirl, Deja Lee. And so it's a real honor and privilege to launch in her home state. And we're fixing to launch here in my home state of New York. We're excited to license our brand to one of the amazing manufacturers on Long Island. I was actually born on Long Island and my family comes from there. So it feels right at home to be manufacturing our amazing quality products on my island. So we're really excited for that. And we're fixing to launch in New Jersey as well, which is we do have a man on the team, Deja's husband, Greg Pilla, who is the rock that holds this, whole thing together. And he is from New Jersey. So, of course, we're doing the Northeast takeover. TribeTokes is woman owned and operated. So we're literally a huge girl gang plus Greg. And, of course, New York born and bred. So we're also waiting for adult use manufacturing to drop because we are excited to apply for that as an all-women's team. Our VP of operations, Crystal Hoffman, has been in the cannabis manufacturing sector on the West Coast for over 10 years, setting up manufacturing facilities all over the West Coast. So we have a badass girl gang. Our advisory board consists of Shalise Rogers, who's, right here, activist in New York. Jane West, who's an OG and the original founder of Women Grow out of Colorado. Dave Tran, who, I mean, like, you don't even need to say anything more,
He
but
needs no intro.
yeah, the founder of Dope Magazine, who successfully sold his platform to High Times Magazine, and Joy Beckerman, the hemp ace, who has helped cultivate the Farm Bill legislation, as well as many other platforms, and of course, part of the Girl Gang here in New York. And yeah, so, we're out here raising money, trying to find, the best strategic partners to take TribeTokes as an MSO, and of course, as a manufacturing facility and platform here in New York. And, New York is a really interesting, I call it the dark horse, which really matches my persona. Doing things differently and not exactly sure where we're going. It's like lights out all the time, and, just like feeling and fondling and trying to figure out where we're going. But you know what? I love New York. I'm proud of New York, and I'm here for the whole ride and the longevity. I'm not sticking up for anyone, and I'm not on anyone's side. But when you take something that's been illegal for years and years and years and have marginalized our melanated folks, and trying to make it go legal in the right way is going to take a little bit of time. It's going to set off some snafus, but I'm proud to watch all of our, card applicants rise up out of the ashes and, take something that has been, prohibited and putting people in jail, those who have been harmed by the war on drugs, and allowing them to flourish in the space before, the sharks come in out of the dark waters. And I see a lot of hope and a lot of goodness that's going to come. And, I'm here for the long run, and I've just got my popcorn, and I'm back, and I got my blunt, and I'm just enjoying the whole scene.
Well, you made reference a couple of times here to your girl gang. Um, how important do you think it is for the ladies to stick together? I know you say you're self-funded. I'm sure looking for investment has been tricky as a female. How has it been for you as a woman going from the legacy to the legal market?
Yeah, it's pretty effed up. There's a lot of horrible, people out there that want to take 65% of your business, or, make really predatory offers, or, sexually harass you well at, networking events. Like, I'll give you money, sweetheart. No, you can keep your money. Go talk to your mother like that and see how far you get. The girl gang is so important to me. 1.9% of women get funding out of the billions and billions of dollars out there in the VC and investing world. And imagine what women in cannabis out of that get. Imagine what women, melanated women, and other ethnicities of women get out of that 1.9%. So it's pretty effed up, but again, I'm here for the longevity of it, and I'm not too worried about it. We're going to probably hit over $3 million a year in revenue. We have plenty to go off of, and we've been able to self-fund thus far. My amazing business partner, Deja, she has her CFAs and went to UVA. She has a real amazing handle on our finances. We are a lean and mean team. You're not going to see any cocaine and hookers in our past here. You are going to see two hardworking women who have, taken every single opportunity in front of them and seized it. We hustle hard every single day, sometimes 16-hour days. And our goal is to help achieve greatness by empowering other women in our community and in the industry, and giving them a voice, as well as just elevating our own. We're not afraid to get boots on the ground and do the dirty work and roll up our sleeves. I find it fun. And, I'm really excited to empower other women to follow suit You don't need to have money. You can figure it out yourself. If you are open to creative solutions, then solutions will come. We're, taking all of the money and the revenue that's generated it, and we're just reinvesting. Deja has been so smart with everything and helped both of us find, real estate moves as other forms of personal revenue and investments. So we're both, really excited to just take the revenue that we make and keep reinvesting it into ourselves, into our business, into our staff, into other women. Our goal of the Conscious Cannabis Project, which is our entity going after the adult use manufacturing license, is to launch some women legacy brands and give them the opportunity to take the term that I believe Dashita Dawson, the czar of New York, came up with, the legacy to legal. So really excited to, just really empower women and say, you know what, if we only get 1.9%, how do we help each other maximize that, and then also bring light to the situation so we can increase that number?
Well, and I know, and we are so excited at CWCBExpo to have TribeTokes headlining our women's pavilion.
It's
You are really holding it down. You're the anchor position.
Yeah, it's an honor and privilege. This is my home state of New York. And, Christine Iannuzzi has done so much for me personally and has believed in me since day one and helped me, find the confidence needed to go after every single opportunity. I love the CWCB Expo because it is in our hometown of New York City at the magnificent Javits Center, and really brings together a magnificent group of all sorts of different people from all over the world. I've met some amazing strategic partners and have been able to meet amazing regulators and different influencers, as well as people that I do business with currently through having a booth there and just being on the floor and walking the floor. Back in 2021, I was able to be privileged to host the event. So that was just like a rockin' opportunity. And, if you want to be part of the cannabis industry, my first piece of advice, and pretty much my only advice, is you got to show up. You need to show up for yourself. You need to show up for your business, show up for your community, and use your voice to elevate and destigmatize cannabis. We still have so many people in jail for bullshit weed crimes. So, taking cannabis and creating this industry is so important, not just to our wealth, but to the actual humanitarian part of cannabis. I've really found that, coming together at the Javits Center has really been able to change the way that cannabis operates in New York City, bringing together everybody. And Christine has really made it so accessible by allowing me to give out my code every single year, which has been KymB fondly every single time, and allow people to come for all 3 days and walk the floor at no charge.
Do you think that's a big problem in the industry, that shows are inaccessible and people?
Yeah, it's not fair. It's not, it doesn't create access. This is not creating access for people when you're charging astronomical amounts to, walk your floor and network. And so I think it's admirable to allow people to come at no charge, or to have 20% off of the educational seminars, which are also so important. I'm really excited to be on a panel about how to build your brand and what's hot in the cannabis market. TribeTokes is lucky enough to be in several of the dispensaries already with our ancillary products. We have our CBD brand and a bunch of other amazing products like vaping batteries and accessories. We're in Housing Works, which was the first adult use dispensary to come online, as well as Travel Agency, which is another amazing place. And of course, my OGs in the medical market, Etain, woman owned, operated dispensary. Amy was one of the first people that I met in the legal market here in New York online to my first, Martha McDermott and Amy were online to my first Women Grow event. I was so scared. I was so nervous. I was like, I sell weed and like people are going to know this. And I was so uncomfortable. I had no idea what to expect. And they looked at me and they took me under their wing. They said, "You here for the weed event?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You're in the right place. It's totally fine. They're going to let you in. Don't worry about it." And I walked in, Gretchen, and I was hysterical. I was literally brought to tears. I was brought to tears because I couldn't believe that there were so many women from all different climates, all different demographics, all sharing the love of the plant, doctors, lawyers, professionals, trap life, legacy, all of the things, activists and Canna Curious. And that's where I met Tanya Osborne, Mia De Stefano, two women that had a huge impact on me and, brought me to an amazing place where I became an ambassador for Women Grow in New York City, which was one of the most honorable and amazing things that had like ever graced my life. And I really took every single moment of being part of Women Grow. And shout out to Gia and Dr. Shonda for, giving women a voice, giving women of color a voice, and not having anything but love and knowing that everyone is invited. Like, it's so powerful to have a support system, but we all have crowns and sometimes we just need help adjusting them. So Women Grow, again, shout out to Jane West for and Jasmine Hupp for creating that. But that has really just been like an integral part of Deja Lee and I's journey is Women Grow and the success of women in the cannabis industry.
So you would say that truly what helps this industry to grow and for people to get ahead is really the relationships where they meet the folks and how everyone comes together. I've been around a long time on this earth and I don't tell people how old I really am. But it seems as if cannabis has a whole different sense of community that you're not going to get anywhere else. And I can imagine it's a whole even deeper feeling in New York, because New Yorkers are a breed unto themselves.
Yeah, born and raised in New York. My mom born and raised in New York. My sisters and brothers went to, college here, and it's so amazing to watch, during like the war on drugs, so many of our friends, getting put away and watching all of that kind of getting dialed back and unwound. I'm sick of putting money in people's commissaries for bullshit crimes, especially ones that go around the plant, and also so many other things that were done just not in an appropriate way. And those who've been marginalized by the war on drugs deserve to have every chance. And again, I'm not saying that New York is perfect or rolling this out exactly the way that it needs to be, but when you take something that has been putting people behind bars and killed, like, this is serious shit that our government has really poisoned the minds of so many people, and so many been harmed. It's great to see that they're trying to do the best they can to dial that back and give back.
Well, and Kim, I hate to cut this short, but we are coming up quickly on 420. Any parting words of advice for your fellow New Yorkers?
If you want to be part of the cannabis industry, you got to show up. And the best way to do it is to show up with a smile and be kind. Use my code KymB for free passes to the floor of the CWCBE, and join us in learning and educating and elevating and adjusting each other's crown. We got this here in New York and we've got it together. So let's join hands. don't share blunts, but share your lighter. Thanks again to you, Gretchen, and of course a huge shout out to Christine Iannuzzi and Mary, and the rest of the CWCBE team, as well as the advisory board and all of the vendors that go along with it. Let's break the stigma together and make some money.
Okay, well, thank you so much, KymB. And you guys heard it here first. Use that KymB code and get your free entrance into the CWCBExpo. This is truly the place where you can make lifelong friends, business partners, relationships that are really going to propel you forward in this industry. So again, thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to see you on your journey to Javits. Enjoy your 420.
See you there.